recently I've been thinking about the concept of death, and the reason why is because I'm kind of scared of it in a way that it just makes me very uncertain to even think about it, kind of to a point where it's almost like something that can't really get out of my head because it's so scary, and it's especially very present in your head when you start seeing like news info about someone passing away, or for whatever the reason may be, suicide or just being killed, murdered, or just an accident, whatever it may be. People die at very different ages, and I don't know, it's just the idea is quite frightening to me, especially because what is there really after death? I guess nothing. So consciously living with the fact that we all will be gone one day is frightening, and sometimes it's hard not to think about it, because at the same time living is also not really the opposite of scary, right? When you think about it, it can be just as scary to just live. So it's like both of the spectrums are not really in your favor, you could say. But yeah, I've been really wondering like how to deal with that, really. Like how to accept the fact that one day you will be just gone. Like anyway, and it can happen at any age. I hope it happens way later than sooner, obviously, but still, the idea that it can happen sooner is a little bit frightening to me, and I would do anything to avoid it, really. That's kind of the reason why I recently started taking care of my health a little bit more, because I just don't really see any appeal in death, to be honest. It's like, yeah, of course, living is not really all that fun every single time, every single day. But at the same time, damn, I'd rather have those shitty days than to not have them at all. I think it's better than nothing, right? Even when I have a shitty day, there's always like something that makes me happy. Like, I don't know, a certain meal or a YouTube video that I will watch, or whatever, really. Whatever it may be, really, there will always be something that kind of, helps a little bit. And it's like part of living, right? Like you can't expect every day to be your best day. Obviously, there will be some super shitty days, in fact. It's kind of just the way of life. It's like it's just the way it is. I'm really starting to look at all of this from a different perspective, because I don't know, when you are younger, like a teenager or even a kid, you kind of think that, being 20 something or 30 something is like, yeah, I'm probably not even going to live that long, right? When you're a kid, you think about being 40 years old, and it's like a crazy concept, almost unimaginable. But then one day it will happen to all of us. Hopefully it happens to all of us, right? We all want to live as long as we can, I think. It's just all very scary. And I kind of like came to the conclusion recently that it's actually way scarier than I thought it is. And yeah, I don't want to die, but one day I'm gonna. And I hope it's, like I said, I hope it's way later than sooner. At the same time, maybe it's a sign to stop worrying so much about some random bullshit that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Because, yeah, like the time is limited and you don't even know how much time you have left. For all I know, it could be tomorrow. Tomorrow could be over, right? Like, it's such a cliche thing to say, but yeah, tomorrow is actually, it's not guaranteed. It actually isn't. Never was. And also there is no certainty that there's anything that happens after death. Like, we could believe in all those things. I want to use the word fairy tales, but maybe that's a little bit disrespectful. You can believe whatever you want to believe, but we never really heard from anyone from the other side. So I don't know, like there are some people that probably are convinced that they hear voices or whatever, but I don't know if that's a reliable info. So yeah, there is a possibility, which I believe is a little bit more convincing to me now, that there's just probably nothing after death. You're just like gone, and that's it. Game over, you know, it's like you turn off your PlayStation and that's just it. Nothing there. Gone. And maybe that's okay. Maybe it's just difficult to comprehend it, right? Because how could there be nothing, right? Like, how do you, I don't understand, because even when you're dreaming, it's not really nothing, right? Like, you're actually in a dream, something is happening, your brain is working, but then when you die, it's like, yeah, your brain does not work anymore at all. It's turned off, shut off. So there's no vision, no nothing, no senses. And then the life doesn't go on. And it's crazy. I cannot comprehend it, actually. It's so crazy. Like, I don't understand. How could there be nothing? How could there be nothing? Like, how is that even possible? Because right now, even as I'm making this video, like, I'm talking, I can see my hands, I feel things, I can see things, I can look at my monitors, and I don't know, all of that is just gone. Like, what is it? Is it a black hole? Like, I don't know. I cannot comprehend it, really. And that's why it's so scary. I think that's why it's actually so scary, because I cannot fucking understand it. So maybe the lesson in all of this is to actually appreciate your life a little bit more, despite all the troubles that I'm going through, or anyone is going through, really. Just maybe in the end it's not really worth it to worry about all this bullshit. Like, yeah, there's some bad stuff, but damn, maybe it's better to have those bad stuff, bad days, but to actually keep going and, you know, enjoy life to some degree at least, than to not enjoy it at all. So those were my thoughts lately. It's very ironic how life and death are just as scary. In one hand, you can be afraid of dying, but then on the other hand, you are also afraid of living. So it's like, how do you balance that out, right? And I guess this is what I have to learn a little bit. How do I balance that? Or maybe how do I get rid of the fear in general on both sides, if that's even possible? I can probably work very well on the living aspect, being scared to live, but then being afraid to die, I don't think I'll ever reach an age, or I don't know, a point in my life where I'll be okay with saying, yeah, death can come for me now, I'm ready. Damn, if someone can really say that, then they are a badass, basically. If you can really tell death, though, to come and get you because you're ready, that's crazy to me. That's kind of crazy. But maybe some people can actually achieve it. And it's good for them if they can. I hope maybe I can come to a better understanding in the future as well. Maybe there's no reason to be scared as much as I am, especially because it doesn't look like death is coming for me from any angle. I'm just living a regular life now, and it's kind of okay, but you never really fucking know. And maybe that's what's kind of creepy about it. Like, I don't know, tomorrow I might get hit by a car randomly because, I don't know, that's just life, it happens. I hope it doesn't fucking happen. It's like you can get into a little bit of a paranoia thinking about all of this shit. So yeah, those are my thoughts recently, like I said. And yeah, death is scary. Living is scary. Which is scarier is the question. Maybe that's something I can think about a little bit more. Because for now, I can't really tell. Or actually, I can tell. Death is definitely scarier. For now, at least. Maybe I'll change my mind later. I don't know. Maybe I haven't gone through a lot in life yet to be able to make a conclusion. Or possibly the conclusion will be different for every person. Because it's very relative. Depends on what you're going through in your life. Or what you have went through in your life. Probably the opinions will be very, very different. Whatever the case may be, today I can certainly say that I would like to live to 100 years or even more. I hope we can figure out the Android stuff or whatever to actually live endlessly, because I do not see the idea of dying as appealing anytime soon. I'd rather live forever, and I'm saying that like literally, because if there's actually nothing after death, then I definitely want to live forever. Be healthy at it and have a good life, of course. Decent life, it doesn't have to be extraordinarily good, but something decent, and then I could live forever, definitely. Yeah, I don't want to die.